But
Tacko, going
no,
back, I've thought about doing a story on kids when they come over, whether it's Africa or anywhere internationally. And when they come over, a lot of times, if they're not good enough, they just get left behind. Like whoever brings them over isn't always doing it for the best interests of the kids. They're doing it for the best interests of them to make money off that kid. Did you have some of that when you got here? And how much is that? I know somebody did a story on it recently. I forget if 60 Minutes or 2020.
Minutes, right?
Yeah, they did a decent job with it. I've always wanted to do it and do it right, because you hear the stories of kids who came over, were promised certain things, just weren't good enough, and then were just cast off and nobody cared about them. How much does that go on, Tacko? And with you, did you experience any of that?
It goes on a lot. And 60 Minutes came in and reached out to me, and they wanted to know about my story and how I got here. And I would say myself, I'm one of the fortunate ones, because even though I went through, some things, a lot of mine were just about the paperwork, on the paperwork side. I got here and I wasn't taken to the school I was supposed to be at, and it just messed up all the paperwork that I had, which I wasn't aware of. And pretty much throughout all that year, I was trying to find a different school. That's why I was moving from state to state. And the people that brought me here, I would say they definitely messed up, but they try to redeem themselves. One of them actually came, and he was helping us trying to find a school after everything was broken down. So I was one of the fortunate ones, but there is a lot of other kids that come in here, and like you say, when they're not good enough, they just left alone. And I've heard of many stories like that. I've seen many stories like that, and that's not cool. So for me, that I've really been trying to use my voice to bring awareness to that, and try to use my platform to help as much as I can, which the NBA has been really, really great at. Since I've got in, I've been able to participate in a few of the things that they had, like the Basketball Without Borders, them launching the basketball league in Africa, and I think all of that is just gonna help, because now everything that you do is gonna be seen. Like you're not gonna be able to do much, so you're gonna have the spotlight over in Africa. So it's gonna help the kids, and a lot of them won't even necessarily have to come, because people are investing so much, for them over there. They're having new basketball courts, better coaches. Now they have the league that's coming, and it's really going to help. But there's a lot of that going on, and for me, it's just how can I help?
How much untapped potential do you think there is from your experience, what you know about at not just your home country, but the other countries in Africa? I've been exposed to international basketball going back to the 1992 Olympics, and I've seen some things and saw some snippets here and there of untapped talent. Nigeria, for example, I thought should have progressed more because there's so much raw talent, I think. And Zimbabwe, it's not the only country where that's true.
Man, you have no idea. All you have to do is just take one summer and go to an African country, any African country. You would just see the difference between us over there and here. Here, kids start playing sports even at a very young age, like very, very young age. They get the chance to experience different things and see what they're good at, and they have people to invest in them. But back home, like for me, soccer was the major sports in there, and kids just are naturally good in soccer. Like we have so many good soccer players without even the coaching. They don't have any coaching. They don't have the nutrition that comes with it, the training or anything like that, and they are good. Just imagine if those kids had the proper coaching, the proper nutrition, and just everything else that comes with it, and the sky would be the limit. And for me, I didn't play basketball back home, and I didn't see some of that until even recently when I participated in those camps, and when I was one of the coaches, and I just saw so much raw talent, and I just told myself, like, what if these kids were taught how to play the game at a very young age with all the height that they have, the athleticism that they have, and all of that developing over the years. And it's just the sky would be the limit for all of them.